Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's your man James, aka JP, back again with the toy room, and this is a video that I never in my wildest dreams thought that I would be making. I never really intended to sell off my collection, but yeah, I'm actually doing it. Now, I'm not selling off the entire collection, but I am selling off a big portion of the collection and some stuff that when I first started getting into toy collecting, I never thought that I would be selling off, but I'm just kind of over it at this point. I need some more space to make room for some new stuff. I am going to be remodeling this room and moving some stuff around. Probably the biggest overhaul that I've done since I've created this room. So yeah, without further ado, let me show you guys everything that I've sold already, everything that I'm getting ready to sell, and then what the future plans of this room are, because I got a pretty big renovation coming in. A lot of things moving around, a lot of new pieces, and kind of shifting this whole room, doing like a 180 of this whole room. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, you guys, so here's a brief overview of the room. I just did a whole room tour maybe about a month or so ago, so if you guys want like a full in-depth tour of the room, you guys can check that video out. I'll leave it at the end of this video. But I just want to give a quick overview. So what I've decided to sell off is some of my toys. As you can see there, I got some empty shelves straight ahead, and I'm going to have some more empty shelves once I wrap up this video. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Oh, also, side note, I just recently picked up the PlayStation Portal. Honestly, one of the best pickups I've had in a long time. This thing just is so clutch. If you guys want like a full review on that, let me know. And I also have this emulator, like this fake Game Boy. It's the R36S, I believe is what it's called, from AliExpress. It was like 20 bucks. That thing's really cool. If you guys want to see a video on that, let me know as well. Let's go ahead and get into what I've already sold. So you guys can see here, my turtles are gone. So not all of my turtles, obviously. I still have all of my movie figures here, but I did get rid of all of the NECA cartoon turtles, as you can see here. And also, I know I'm all over the place with this video, but rest in peace to my friend Sean. So he just recently passed. He was one of my best friends, and I got a custom Funko Pop made of him, as you guys can see right over there. So, you know, rest in peace to Sean. I think it looks like him. What do you guys think? Let me bring the light in there. So I think Funko had a good enough selection where I could actually like create him. So I think that came out pretty good. So rest in peace to Sean, man. I'll miss you forever. Anyways, so yeah, all my turtles are gone, as you can see there. So I made some room for that. And what I'm going to pack up after I'm done with this video, which I can't believe I'm going to say it, because if you guys are OGs to this channel, you will know this is one of my biggest collections and kind of what I started making videos with, and that's all of my Star Wars Black Series figures, as you can see here. I have about, I would say, 150 figures, and I have every single figure from when they originally came out, starting with that first wave with Darth Maul right there. So I have everything from that. All the way up to, I want to say, maybe about like 2019, 2020s when I stopped collecting for them. But I have, yeah, like I said, about 150 figures. But I'm just kind of over them at this point, honestly. Like, I stopped collecting the line in, like I said, about like 2019, 2020. So I haven't been buying new figures, and there's just so many of them that they just take up a lot of space, honestly. And I was just kind of ready to move on from them. As much as I love them, especially this Trooper shelf. I mean, this shelf is just absolutely insane. I love that shelf so much. But then I have some of the other characters down here which like aren't as important. So I could, like, you know, pick and choose which ones I sell, but I'm not going to make a lot of money doing that. So I'd rather just sell them all. I do have somebody who's willing to buy the entire set. So I'm going to be selling them at a loss for sure compared to what I originally bought them for. But gaining the space and, of course, the little bit of extra money that I'll have from selling them is going to make a big improvement to this room. Alright guys, Future James here. As you can see, I already sold the Black Series stuff. I did forget to mention, I also sold a lot of my Megazords. As you can see here, all the Megazords that were up here, I got rid of. I pretty much only kept the Legacy Megazord and the Legacy Dragon Zord, but the Thunder Zord, the Ninja Megazord, the original Megazord that I had from '93, I got rid of all of those, as you can see there. I got rid of Titanus that was up here. So yeah, didn't really have much attachment to them, didn't really, you know, need them. They were just taking up space, and they were worth quite a bit of money, so I did get rid of those guys as well, and I forgot to mention that when I was filming the original video. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right back into the original video. So now with that being said, you will see I'll have 3 shelves of Star Wars cleared out, and then I have those 2 shelves of Turtles cleared out. So essentially, I'm going to have 5 free shelves, which that's going to leave me with a lot of possibilities as to what I can do. So my plan is to condense everything into one shelf, essentially. So I'll have I'm also going to get rid of these stuff as well. I forgot to mention these little like knickknacks and like Happy Meal toys. I'm probably going to get rid of those as well. So I'm actually going to have a lot of free shelves. So my plan is to condense everything into, instead of having 4 of these tower shelves, I'm going to have 3. And then I'm going to get rid of one of the shelves as well as this taller little slim shelf right over here. I'm going to get rid of that. So that's going to free up a lot of space. So I'll have everything right here freed up. And then I'll be condensing everything into 3 of these. And then I'm going to move the 3 of these over to this side of the room right here in the middle. And then I'm going to be getting another one of these Atlantic shelves. So I'll bring the light in. Another identical Atlantic shelf that I have over here and over here. I'm getting another one of those. And I'm going to put it right here where all of this stuff is. And then all of that stuff is going to move here along with the arcade 1-up cabinets. So what I'm going to do is have 2 arcade 1-up cabinets right here. And I'm going to have this little play area in the middle of that. And I'm going to have another one of these arcade 1-up cabinets over here. And then I have another Pac-Man arcade 1-up cabinets in another part of the house. I'm going to bring that to fill in that space. I know it sounds a little confusing, but I mapped everything out, measured everything, and ideally it should work perfectly. So right over here what you'll see is everything here will stay the same. I'll have 3 of these guys right over here, an Atlantic shelf over here, 2 arcade 1-up cabinets, this in the middle, followed by another 2 arcade 1-up cabinets, and then that's kind of where I'm at right now. It's going to be a lot of moving around. I'm going to have to move all these shelves and take everything down, which is going to drive me crazy, especially with these Back to the Future guys, because getting them to balance on their hoverboards, which I don't know how well you can see. Let me bring in my light right here. But getting them to balance on the hoverboards was the biggest task ever. And they've finally stayed up for like 2 years now. And I'm not looking forward to trying to get them to balance again. It was a lot of trial and error, a lot of, you know, things falling over. But yeah, gonna revamp the room a little bit. I'm feeling just kind of blah about the room right now. It's been a lot of the same stuff. Not too much has changed. Like, I've moved shelves around and gotten new things, but I'm ready to revamp it. And I think having all of the play stuff, video games, or at least like retro games with the arcade and the CRTs and everything, having that over in this corner I think is going to flow a lot better. I got a lot more space to work with. And I don't know, I'm kind of getting, I don't want to say over, but I'm not collecting toys as much as I used to, where I am still collecting a lot of video games and VHS tapes as well. So you'll see like I have a mix of video games and VHS tapes here, but everything down here is overflow for my VHS tapes, as well as everything over there in this corner here. I have a lot of VHS tapes as well. So just a lot of overflow, a lot of stuff. I just need to revamp it. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, and that's going to be the biggest like movement of stuff that I've done in this room in a while. I've never really moved anything as far as displays and shelves go. I've kind of left everything how it is and then just moved the stuff that's on that shelf, but I've never moved like the entire unit. But yeah, definitely getting ready to sell off all these Black Series figures now, so I got to wrap up this video so I can go do that. And I've already said bye to the turtle stuff. I didn't have time to make a video about that before I did it, but the turtle stuff are gone. Those I was, you know, no emotional connection to. I was very over those, so very happy to get rid of those. And I got a decent price for them, but I still lost money on them in the long run. But Neca Turtles just don't hold value like they used to. Alright you guys, so as you can see, I'm selling off a pretty decent amount of my collection. I think I had about 50 to 60 Neca Turtles figures that are already gone. And then with the Star Wars stuff, like I said, I got like about 150 or so of those figures. So man, it was a fun ride with them. I've had them for a very long time, but it's time to move on. It's time to get over them. I could use the spare money for sure, and I definitely could use the space. So it does kind of suck. It's a little bittersweet with the Black Series stuff. The Turtles, I had no problem letting those go. The Black Series stuff, it's a little bittersweet, and I was hesitant to do it because I'm not making nearly as much money as I invested into them. But gaining the space, honestly, is priceless for me. So once I kind of calculated everything and figured out how much space I'm going to get and what that's going to allow me to do just by getting rid of those 3 shelves of figures, it was a no-brainer, and I actually cannot wait to do that and kind of start renovating this room. So I know this video was kind of all over the place. I just literally grabbed the camera and started filming as I was in the middle of about to start packing away those figures. But I did want to give you guys an update to kind of let you guys know where the room is at right now, let you know what's going on, because obviously I don't make videos as much as I used to. But yeah, that's gonna do it. That's the new plan, and probably the next video, whenever that will be, I'm not sure when I'm gonna start the renovations to this room, but I'll bring you guys along for that ride and that journey of the renovations, not reservations, renovations. And yeah, so I'm starting to ramble on even more than I already was, so I'm gonna end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little update. If you did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with your friends. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff's in the description down below. And I'm gonna go ahead and get on out of here. So as always, guys, stay tuned for more, and I'll see you guys next time.